Oh, I had studied so much to know what would kill me. So I took some coke. I never wanted the taste to be in my mouth. I took some coke, took an overdose of all these medicines, and from Sunday, I found myself laying in a bed unconscious on after being unconscious for the whole of Monday and Tuesday. Now I was in a hospital bed in Limuru on Tuesday, and the doctors were like, "God saved you. Nobody has survived those drugs you had taken. We tried to dunga you that medicine, and you survived by God's grace." So at that time, I lose the job. The owner is like, even though you have been so good at our company, at our rehab, we keep you here again, a suicidal person here, you might die and you will be blamed, which was true. So I lose the job. I start going back to Gamblimg market at that time. I remember I have no house. So this is what I used to do at that time. I was told to go back to the village by my dad, and I refused. I never wanted to go back to our home. My mom is in rehab at that time, so I never want to go and live with my dad. That was the last thing I would have done at that time. At that time, I have a relationship which has started coming back, but this lady started, I mean, I'm suicidal. Who will want to be with that guy at that moment? And I had put so many people lives in chaos. My sisters would call my friends and crying, saying what exactly is happening with Mark. My friends, the girl I was in a relationship with was crying all the time, and I put them through so much actually. So I tried to go back to Gamblimg market. At this time I have no house. A friend of mine gives me one of his houses where the girlfriend used to live, and start living together. That is the kind of friends I had. You see, friends who are amazing, who would start living with a girlfriend and give me his house, the house that belongs to the girlfriend, and I started living there. Before I went to him, I used to even go to houses. I find this caretaker and I'm like, "Do you have a house which has not been rented?" And I will sleep the whole night there. But on this day I told my friend that I want a place to sleep, so because I want to work at Gamblimg. I go back into Gamblimg market. I think that this is the place God was to bless me at. I still have so many issues I haven't let go, like the stuff I lost. It took me a long time to just let them go. The things I had lost in my life, like I never wanted to release them. I never wanted to release people to live my life at that time. So I go back into Gamblimg market, but I am still gambling. I'm now have known so many casinos, so I start gambling. So after staying for a month, I ended up being running away from Gamblimg with people's money again. And this time now, the things I did were terrible, because I ran away with so much money, because I had because I was gambling now in so many places and losing a lot of money. So I started stealing from the casinos to see if I steal, I'm going to be banned from one of them. So I gambled one day at a casino in Ruaka back then, one day. After losing all the money, I had stolen a phone from another casino in Westland. So I went, sold the phone, and these guys are looking for me. They have even reported at Parklands police station. So I go all the way to Rivers Mall, steal another phone from a customer. After lying to her that I want a phone to call somebody to ask for money. They were also gambling, and so that's how I left the casino, only to be traced all the way up to the entrance. You know, the place is big and I'm not well acquainted to it. So as I'm leaving the place, I see these bouncers following me with motorbike guys, and I start running and they get hold of me. The motorbike guys want to touch me and ban me. Some have even come from Ruaka, but this bouncer, I had given him some money when I was winning in the casino. So he was like, "You know, Mark is a good guy. You guys, let us take him to the manager of the casino. Let us not beat him up." And that's how they forgave me. So I'm taken back into the casino. The manager is like, "Has he given the phone back to the person he stole from?" Yes, I had done that. So the plain police officers were called, the CIDs were there, because they thought this is a gangster and he's the one who wants to terrorize and make a bad name out of TRM. But after talking to me after such a short time, they realized this is not the guy we thought he was, maybe. So they asked me my ID. I don't have an ID. I am beaten by this guy by this CID officer to try and reveal some information. He says that I believe you have people you are stealing with, and I want you to tell me the cartels you have. And I try explaining him, it's gambling which has made me this way and all that. And they told me, "Stop blaming gambling. We also used to do those things, and we quit them because we realized what they were doing into our life." But I didn't see that. I was already sick. I was already a sick man, and I had gone down the road when it comes to gambling. So at that time, I'm taken to Runda police station. There, those police had me with some pliers, and I had so much pain at that time. I had already started stealing from